Good morning! My name is Nakima LYTE, licensed clinical social worker, and you have just tuned into LYTE Talks. And I'm so glad that you did, because it's the desire to grow in relational intelligence, emotional wellness, and spiritual maturity. I know that's my desire. How about you? The ones that go like this. Yeah, that's my hot husband, guys. There he is. Unbelievable, people. Today we're going to be talking about navigating conflict. And if you're tuning in today, make sure to watch the previous video where I had started the series on effective communication. And I highlighted a few areas. The importance of establishing first a relationship and a prayer life with God, and how that gives us the ability to improve in our effective communications. We also looked at the causes for those communication breakdowns and how our experiences in our childhood or over the course of our life really shape the way in which we communicate, and how we want to get deeper in our relationship by having intimate conversations. But today we're going to focus on conflict, because it's in every relationship, but if we don't know how to navigate that properly, it can definitely impact our relationships in a negative way. So stay tuned to the end, because I'm going to be giving you some homework today. Conflict, by definition, is when two or more are in disagreement, right? It does not have to be a fight, but it's disagreement. And understanding that conflict has the ability to strengthen the relationship. Yes, you heard me. It can strengthen your relationship depending on how you respond to it, right? Where we have the ability to separate, break up, and never talk again because of conflict and not knowing how to handle it. Or we have the ability to learn how to communicate better, the other person's love language, and grow stronger and tighter in the relationship. So conflict is important to look at. And I would say the earlier we are in relationship, I feel like there's more conflict, because we don't know one another as well yet. We don't know what the other person does to tick, or what might be a trigger, right? So I wouldn't be discouraged if you're in that season where there's a lot of storming going on, but the idea is how we respond. So I want us to take some notes in this area, especially, one of the things that I think helps me in relationship when there's conflict, it's about what's right instead of who's right. And what do I mean by that? It's not the idea that we're going to argue, my point is better over your point, but, what's the main idea of what we want to accomplish in the relationship in this area going forward? A lot of people that know me and my husband, we're like pretty joking all the time, and definitely have conflict, but one of the cool ways that we resolve it is, rock, paper, scissors. Y'all know that game? Okay, so we might use that to come to a resolution. And I don't know, it's just really funny where we're able to let our guard down, laugh, and move forward, because at the end of the day, it really isn't that deep. So it kind of keeps us in a place where we're constantly learning one another. The most important area of conflict, I don't know why I'm ratchet today, but the most important area of conflict, I would say, is looking at the approach. And what I mean by that is tone, timing, and content. Okay, so when I'm in conflict with another person, the way in which I approach my tone when speaking to someone, my timing, and when I'm going to have this expression of my communication, and the content, what the message is actually communicating. So all three is the recipe for success, because I'll tell you, you can have the right content and the right timing, but your tone, yeah, it's gotten me in a lot of trouble. So making sure that right is in a place where it's respectful. Or your tone could be good, your content could be great, but you have the wrong timing. Like, for instance, I know I can't go to my husband with important topics as soon as he walks in the house from work, because I know him. The first thing that he does is, change his clothes and he goes into the presence of the Lord. Thank you, Lord, for that husband. Like, I'm serious though. Like, above all things, that's what he's gonna go do. So it's not going to benefit me. It's not going to get anywhere where I would accomplish my agenda if I'm going at the wrong time. And also, having the right tone and the right timing, but the wrong content, can also cause us to have conflict. I can be nasty nice, which means my tone is okay, I'm doing the good timing, but the message in which I could be disrespectful or belittling, that's not going to get the point across or receptivity that I would want in the relationship. So remember, like, conflict has the ability to grow us stronger, but it's going to stretch you like no other in your relationship. But remember, stretching is evidence of growth. So I might gain self-control because of conflict. I might gain the ability to extend mercy and forgive quickly because of conflict. I might gain the ability to have reflection and learn from my mistakes because of conflict. So these areas are really, really important for effective communication. And now I want to talk about like a little reflection, give you a little homework, some things to look at to improve that communication, okay? So I'm going to give you some reflection questions. Number one, what patterns do you see in how you handle conflict, right? What I mean by this is, do you avoid conflict? Do you become defensive in conflict, argumentative? Do you shut down? What are the patterns you see in the way that you handle conflict? And I mean across the board, no matter what the relationships, there's going to be a pattern there. So looking at that. Number two, are you communicating your needs in the relationship? Are you able to express what your expectations are, your standards? Are you able to communicate your needs? And if no, why not? Okay. Number three is, how can you become a better listener, right? Oftentimes we're listening just to respond, but how can you become a better listener means leaning in and really being able to be there to respond with empathy, with patience, with compassion. How can you become a better listener? And number four is, what are some scriptures that you can take from God's word to help you train your tongue, right? I shared with you some of mine, but what can be some scriptures you use, that you rehearse, that you meditate and study on, that will be able to help you in your communication? So that's it for today. I hope that you were blessed by this video. And if so, comment down below, like, share. I love when you guys are able to send that message out, and I appreciate it so much. So thanks for watching. Go forth and shine your light.